Welcome to Angela Jane Presents. I am Angela Jane, and this is the second show of 2024. I have an in-studio audience, and I have a mic floating around the audience to participate on the show. So without further ado,
Nothing bad, it's just gotta...
I forgot which one I had. So this one, so that's one, that's two. So Faye, when I look at you, that's number two. Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is where I'll do most of my talking, so I'm straight at you guys. And that way it's right on. See how the camera, if you look at the camera, how's that look? Me looking straight at you? Yeah, so that works out pretty good. Okay, welcome to Angela Jane Presents. And without further ado, start the show. Welcome to the show. I am so glad you guys came in studio. Yep, I don't know what to do with my hands. See, this is a training thing for me. So in church, I'd sit on my hands. So, look at the stage. Staged right, stage left. Now I'm stumped, because you're just staring at me. The audience is staring at me. Okay, does anybody have any questions? Oh, well, what's your favorite part of the show? Of all the shows I've done, which one did you like? Cheryl, what show did you like the best out of all the shows you've seen so far?
I guess the wagon wheel one.
What?
The wagon wheel one.
What did you like about the wagon wheel?
Just seeing how they set it up, how they put the reins on the donkeys and, was it donkeys?
Mules. The
Mules.
mule team,
Okay.
yes. I did a stagecoach.
Yeah, stagecoach.
Yeah,
That's what I meant.
part of doing stagecoach is I got to sit up on top of the stage and film
Oh, cool.
the mules' butts. So you see that shot where they're going like that? Yeah, those are the brakes on the mules that are hooked up to the stagecoach. Now, Faye, have you got any questions? Faye, what was your favorite shows?
Okay, I hear about the ones you always talk about, but I've never watched them. So the one in person last week was,
You like that?
yeah, Louie and I both liked it.
So what do you think about coming in studio as far as other people coming in just to see how community TV works and actually sit on a show that's collecting footage to be put on community TV?
I think it would be great.
So this is the second time you're back in studio.
Yes, it is.
So what would you like to hear about? Who would you like to see interviewed on this show?
That one's hard.
Oh, anyone locally you know? Like from the fire department or, well, police department I'm not too sure about yet. I got my phone number on the back of my rig. I gotta lay low.
It could be anybody from a grocery store person to a gas station person. Local people,
Yeah, that's what this community
as my
is.
husband calls them, little people.
Well, I used to
But-
play with little people all the time. We even had those little weeble
The
wobbles.
weeble wobbers, that's what I call them. Right.
You fall down, you get back up. You fall down, you get back up. Pretty soon it's like, hey, cut that out.
But yeah, just anybody, I guess, that has knowledge of what they're doing.
Okay, so basically today I thought I'd have a brainstorming session. So I do on-location films and I do in-studio films. My on-location films is like Stagecoach. I'd actually go out to the fair to film shows, or I'd go out to people's homes or farms and film how they work, like farm work, like with shearing days and everything, and then that way people can see how it's done. That's always been an interest of mine. If you got any questions about what I do. Would you like to trade places with me?
No.
No, this is for anybody who wants to be on community television or creating your own shows. Now, Cheryl, you said you want to do something.
Music videos.
What was that?
Music videos.
Oh, okay. So the first step of that, what's your first idea?
To find a band.
Okay, so call out any bands out there who want to be in a music video on community television. So there's a call out. So that's the first step, putting the word out there. And then the next step?
Okay. Setting up a time to do a Q&A session, I guess, with them.
Q&A, what would that be?
Interview them on what their thoughts are for the video, what kind of music they do, first of all, and then what ideas they might have for the video.
Oh, okay. So basically, call out for a band who's interested in being on community television. So basically, call up my number and say, hey, I'm interested, and then I'll talk to you. Or Cheryl will talk to you. We'll get together and talk and hear what music you play. And then go from there. So then that way everybody's kind of involved. So the first step is any band interested. Next is contact us, and we'll go from there. Cheryl's in charge because this is her idea. I'll just be there as the helper and the assistant. Does that sound like a deal?
Sounds good.
Okay, so if I hear of anything, you hear of anything. Now, Faye, what would you like?
Any more my sewing.
Oh, cool. So that means you want to be on one of the shows.
Yeah.
So you'll get, so what's your ideas on that? Since you've now been in studio twice and you've seen how I set up, what's your ideas after seeing that? How would you set up?
Well, with the blankets, I would bring out a display
Yeah?
so that everybody can see both sides of the blankets. Because I put two sides on the blankets. I put a plain side, and then on the other side, I put all kinds of things on it. And I have made so many different kinds.
That'll be cool to see. And then share
Yes.
that with the
And I'll
community.
share it with the community. In 1 year, I made 75
75 blankets in 1 year?
in 1 year.
Wow.
And I don't have any of them.
All gifts given out?
They're all gifts, and they were all sent out.
Mm.
And a few of them were sent to Baltimore, Maryland. Baltimore, Maryland.
So they get around.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Down to Mexico.
Ooh.
I just ship them out to a family member that I choose for that year. And for that, if they have 4 or 5 family members in that particular family, then I choose them and see what they like and go from there.
Oh, cool. So as far as crafts too, I've had a few shows on craft work. Some of you have seen me with the living history dress and the spinning wheel, so I'm making yarn. That's all I'm doing is making yarn. Last week, actually handed out some spindles on that show, and one of the ladies, she's totally into it. It's like, okay. I was thinking of bringing the bag today too, but no spin group today. It's brainstorming with those who showed up in studio, which is welcome. And kind of do it this way too, getting the community involved who don't want to be, I know I'm repeating myself here though, don't want to quite be on the set yet, but at least give a little introduction to come in.
I used to make a lot of crafts. I made wreaths and swags and centerpieces. The house that we lived in, the landlord's parents had lived there before, and she left behind up in the attic all kinds of dried flowers, silk flowers,
Oh.
knickknacks, ribbon, what have you. It was like I had my own craft room, and it was like a little piece of heaven. And I made them all for gifts. I made Easter baskets, and I tried to sell them. Didn't have much luck, but people said they were beautiful.
Yeah. Do you have any left?
No, I don't.
Oh, because let's say use them as a centerpiece. Made by Cheryl.
I can make one.
Oh, there's that too. Make one and put it as a centerpiece
Okay,
at one of the next shows that you want to come to.
sure. I can do that.
That'll be fun. This is my centerpiece. This is the bull we're talking about. No, talking about right now. There's my bull. There we go. Yep, Texas longhorn with, I guess a seagull went by and splattered him on the butt. That's what it looks like. Just improv.
Do you enjoy yourself doing it?
Do I enjoy? Wait. Do I enjoy myself doing this? Okay. I got dressed up. This is why I do it. I like to dress up and pretend that I'm a movie star. Okay. Lose the glasses. There. Then I can't see my wrinkles. Like, man, instant smooth. And it's like playing in the mirror. When I was a little girl, I'd have the mirror there, and I'd play with facial expressions and everything, but mostly with a smile. I loved the Muppet Show. I had sisters, and so I'd set them up to play and do theater, kind of like, it was fun. It was fun, except I couldn't get anybody to watch the show. All the adults were busy. And it's like, man, that's okay. We'll do it anyways, because I was the #1 babysitter. Because I kept them quiet so the adults can have their adult time. Because back then, well, kids, you know. Yeah. That's pretty much how I'm like, what's the drama of it? But it's like, oh, watch TV. Oh, I could do better than that. Put a little spoof on it. Okay. I was actually Miss Piggy for Halloween. My dad took a shoestring and you know that pink Play-Doh? Play-Doh back in the 70s. He formed a pig's nose. My granny got her bra, which was really, really endowed. Stuffed that. And I kind of wore one of the dresses. I think I had pearls too, I'm not sure. But I was Miss Piggy. And then the other year for Halloween, I got my mom's eyebrow pencil, because back then the women kind of shaved off their eyebrows and actually markered them in. I was always amazed by that. I'm like, okay. And then the plucking, I'm like, I don't think I want to do that. But I took that and I just kind of like made my own little beard, you know, kind of like 5 o'clock shadow. And I wore my dad's army clothes, so, and his boots. Who knew that I'd actually end up working warehouse jobs, gosh darn it. Talk about an American girl, huh?
So you've been doing theater since you were little.
Yeah, but not officially on TV.
Yeah.
So when I had this opportunity, I'm like, this is cool. And I started out as a camera person. Camera number 3. I came in because Ken Moore, because I'm a photographer, Ken Moore was doing his parades for his political thing downtown Yam Hill, the city. And I'm like, he's like, well, you know, I have a show. I need a camera person. The other girl who isn't there anymore. I'm like, okay, learn movie cameras. Oh, okay. So I came in and at the front desk here at the studio, Ian, he goes, Howie needs somebody too. I'm like, who's Howie? And then I got to meet Paul. Paul actually did the director, and at that point everyone was on a camera. You had a director in the outside of the studio in the little kind of like operations room. And I remember and was saying, yeah, it's a Democrats show. You know, the Democrats put it on. And I was standing there, and Paul was standing there, and I go over to Paul. I go, should I tell him I'm Republican? And he just started busting up. So I figure I shouldn't, because I wanted to be on the show. So I actually got to be camera 3 for Howie's show and Ken's show. So I did that a couple of years. And then I'm like, let's go on location. We all got together and we meet. So Howie made us a team. A camera crew. And we got to go out to Farm Fest Day. And we had camera 1, or camera A and camera B. And I was dressed up in my Howie didn't know it at the time, but I took my living history dress, me and Andrew. Andrew was a camera person. We alternated with the camera, but I was like being a reporter there. And I dressed up in the dress, and we went up to interview Howie, and the look on his face is like, whoa, wait, that wasn't what you were wearing this morning. So that's the fun part. That is the fun part I like to do. Otherwise than that is boring technical work and coming up with ideas. I'm like, what do you want me to do? Okay, I'm not doing that, but I put a dress on. So yeah, thank you for kind of bringing me out of my shell. Sure. I figure I have to be on screen. No one else will. If I'm on screen, maybe they'll go, well, okay, we'll try that. Then I can go back and hide behind the camera. Good question.
Jim Bosley used to tell me, be yourself. The big boss.
But I don't know who I am.
Jim Bosley's no longer here anyway. But I remember because I used to work with him.
Yeah?
And I went to high school with his son.
Now, Jim Bosley. Who's Jim Bosley?
He is the AM Northwest.
Oh, okay. I've heard of AM Northwest.
Yes, he started it.
Oh, wow.
And when he first started, he didn't know half what he was doing in the beginning.
Oh, okay. So I'm on to something, possibly.
But he was trying to make jokes. And his jokes got kind of sour in the beginning. Then they got better. But all his ladies that he's had in, they had their good days and their bad days.
So he got ladies in.
Yeah, he got ladies to be his co-pilot, if you want to call it that way.
Oh, okay, like he says, she says. Mm-hmm. Everyone will watch an argument, right?
Right.
Oh, gosh. No, the key is not to have an argument, okay?
No, it's just the fun part. And when I was in the audience, as an audience with the Girl Scouts there, the questions were towards us.
Oh, cool.
Because we were all in red.
The Girl Scouts wore red?
Yeah, we were all in red. And so they asked if we were with the Shawnee people, and we said, nope, we're just the Yamhill Carlton Girl Scouts come to visit your show.
Oh, that's cool. So, see, at least we have a studio to where the public is welcome to see.
Come in.
Well, you got to check in first. Make sure that the front desk
we
knows.
had to check in there, too.
Yeah.
And one of the ladies remembered me, so they snuck us in more.
Oh.
Because at that time, you were only allowed 6 or 7 in your group. I had 15.
Oh, cool. So every girl got to do that.
Yes, every girl got to go in. That's what's nice when you used to work for the TV stations. Years ago, I was in high school when I did that.
Wow.
I was the go girl.
I got to be in the audience in AM Northwest once,
Oh, yeah. What were you doing?
just watching the show, but this girl pretty close to me was asking inappropriate questions. The show was about dating,
Oh.
and she asked something inappropriate, and I remember the host telling her, "Oh, you are assertive, aren't you?" it was pretty embarrassing. But oh well, I recorded it, and I got to show all my friends, look, I'm right there
Oh,
by
cool.
the weird girl.
Well, I do notice some people when I go on location with the camera. Okay, for example, going down to the market here on Thursday market during the summer. I had the camera, so of course I'm going along because I want to get a full shot of how many booths show up and everything. So now I become not the actress or the drama queen, but the stand for the camera. And so I'm going like this, and there's always, everyone shies away from the camera. They give me space. I'm like, it's almost like, whoa, I'm opening up a space here. This is powerful. But then there's always that one that goes,
Hi, Mom.
Yeah.
and it's like, okay, yeah. It's like, do you want to be on? And they're like, oh, no, only if it's improv, and they jump in. But,
My favorite time here in McMinnville is Halloween.
why is Halloween your favorite time?
That I could take my 4 grandkids and go up and down the streets, and they'd get candy in their buckets from different businesses.
Do they still do that?
I don't know if they still do that or not. It's been about 10 years or less.
I'm pretty sure they still do it.
Well, we've been after COVID, so now everyone's getting back into, let's see, it's like community. So let's the community step out and go, hey, and
Yeah,
we got
yeah.
our
Go ahead.
McMinnville has own TV studio.
I also liked it when I could take the 4 grandkids in their costumes and take them to the newspaper office.
Oh, and
On
the
Third
newspaper changed though, huh?
Yeah. And I used to take them in, and we'd pay $1 each for each child to get their costume and their pictures taken
Oh, cool.
in their costumes. I did that for quite a few years.
That would
For
be
them.
fun, yeah.
So that's my favorite thing about McMinnville.
What's your favorite thing about McMinnville?
Probably the Alien Festival.
Yeah.
It's fun, and it's interesting to learn about the sighting that happened here in the 50s, I think, or 60s, in the 50s. And it's just a fun activity to go to.
So there's a lot of happening in the community.
I also like the car shows.
Oh, car shows, yes. Car shows.
That was a good video you did on the car show.
Let's see, that car show was in Wapato, right?
Didn't you do one in McMinnville?
Oh,
The cruising?
yeah, dragging the gut, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Get there and I take pictures because I also I do the photography of that too. So yeah, those old guys are pretty, you can tell they want to go faster, but they're also like showing off too. And of course I get the dogs in the car. I'm like, that's cool. Those 2 chows, I've got about 3 or 4 pictures of those over the years. Well, I want to thank you guys for coming in. The time's kind of going down, so I'm going to follow the time a little bit more with some of these shows to be a little bit more professional. And thank you so much for being my in-studio audience
Welcome.
today.
Welcome.
And this is where I go, thank you for watching and hope to hear from you. Thank you. Pose. Which camera is that? That one. That one. That one. That one. Nope. That one. That one. See, now this is where you play. Who wants to be on TV? See, I got to do some bloopers to do at the end, right? No, don't bounce too much there. I don't want to bounce. Suck in the gut.